have a special interview with the head of creative from Sky News Arabia. Please welcome Varoujan to the stage. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. So, let's start with getting to know you and Sky News Arabia a little bit.
Varoujan, I've been in Sky News since a pre-launch. A small brief history about Sky News.
Yes.
We're a rolling news, breaking news, live 24-hour channel. Part of our main brand's values is integrity. We have the creative part and the innovation part, but when you really see it is when you push the boundaries. And you couldn't be able to do that without the support of our management, basically.
That's true. So let's go back a little bit. And the first time you thought about employing virtual studio technologies, how did you meet Zero Density? What were the first impressions? What stood out for you?
Well, to start with, natural progression of things, the company was growing, the TV channel was growing. So we needed to cater for a lot of new shows coming up. Where other people saw it as a hindrance, we saw it as an opportunity. Instead of growing in a physical world, which you will always be limited, why not grow virtually?
Yes.
So we did our research, and we found a company that was small back then, but they provided a solution that was functional for us and it was viable. And we had to travel all the way to Amsterdam and actually check it out in one of the production houses. And it was impressive and actually worked. So here we are today.
That's great. When was this? The
2017.
17. Oh, very, very. That's great. So what stood out for you in terms of the technology? What caught your eye seeing that?
Technologies are there, it's available, but what popped out for us is the usability of the Reality engine and the front interface for the designers. It was very ergonomic when it's software-wise.
Mm-hmm.
So it didn't require a lot of time for the team to actually get on board. With the support that we had from the trainings that we had and the technical support that we had from ZD, it was quite easy to jump on board and start producing ourselves. When we first started, we had an external company helping us create those sets. After a very short time, we started doing internally, and now we pump out sets like crazy. We have a single cyclorama. It's 12 meters by 8 meters. We have 4 cameras on it. We have Red Spice Type 2 system, tracking system. We're looking forward for the Traxxas on our new sets.
Yes.
Every camera has its own engine, but other than that, it's quite simple. It's just a Reality engine and the operator behind it.
How often do you use your studio for production?
Lots. We have almost 50 to 60% of our programs on virtual and AR sets.
Wow.
Live shows, live news bulletins. You cannot mess with a news bulletin.
You can't.
So technically, we've been abusing the engines for the past several years, and it's been sturdy. So you have to Sky News Arabia stamp on it.
We will use this for sure. That's great. So let's talk about the team you have. What's the team look like in terms of design, in terms of operators, camera guys? Is it like a conventional crew, or what differs in that crew?
Well, I call my team the SWAT team. They're not. I wouldn't call it conventional in any other way, like in a normal way. The guys jump in head on without a second thought. But it is conventional in the way that it all starts with an idea, and it simmers, and then it has to get out. If it doesn't get out, it makes you sick. We sit down as a team, and then we work on something called functional design. It could be the best design in the world. If it's not functional for the core business, it's not going to work. So we have our stakeholders come in, put in their requirements, and then we formulate our designs to meet those criteria. Time is of the essence, so we need to do all that very quickly as well. But it's not a big team. It's a small team. Well,
that's great.
We have about 4 to 5 people working on this. It's been going so good so far.
What is your angle creating the virtual sets? Do you go to the futuristic sets? Do you want to play with the photorealism and the minds of the audience? What's the purpose?
Well, when we first started, when you get a new toy, you want to try the best you can out of it.
Yes.
But you mature later on, and you find out the main reason you're using virtual sets is to replace the real sets. So what we're aiming to do now is like the set we have now. It's for a new show, a revamped show for Nadim, Tonight with Nadim. It's meant to be realistic. It's meant to create a confusion with the viewer, not to understand if it's real or not. That's the main purpose of a virtual set for me, going forward, at least in the near future.
So how is the feedback, according to that, from the audience, from your professional colleagues? Do they think it's real and call you? Because we heard that those things happen.
Yeah, they do. We've heard from our colleagues previously, zero density and the virtual environment is booming at least in the Middle East. The amount of people using it is creating a very healthy competition in the market, which is elevating the quality of everybody around. It's very exciting times. And yeah, we do get a lot of feedback. We like to get the negative before the positive because that's how we grow.
That's true.
But we've been getting a lot of good feedback from our viewers. And you actually can check them on social media because that's where it's most visible now.
That's true.
So you get the comments from the viewers, oh, very nice. Where did you get this? How did you get that? And it's quite interesting.
Great. So when you think about the technological progress you made, do you have some of the highlights? Did you achieve what you set out to do in the beginning, or do you strive to do even more?
You never reach.
Yeah.
It's always ongoing. But we had a scope when we started. We completed that scope. The idea was we need to have a space to cater for all these virtual productions. We achieved that and surpassed that. But as we call ourselves eternal students, you can never stop. You always try to push and push and push, try to get better out of it.
What would be your advice to those who are willing to start, who are thinking to start?
Put your target correctly, plan accordingly, seek advice from people who have done it before. Seek advice from the zero density team because they have been doing it for a while now. Before you think about the budget, think about your targets, and then you start formulating backwards. You save a lot of time in R&D if you do. It's a nice toy to play with. I have a quote that I use. We are specialized in creating suspended realities, strung up by creativity, supported by technology. Technology is the main pillar of it. Creativity is another one. It's nice to be handed a toy to play with, and because we are what we do. We are creative people, and we like to explore, we like to push the boundaries, and we try to bring those little, ideas in the head to the people to see.
Yes. Yeah. Sounds great. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for your time.